third, base hit. Wade will come in easily. Higgy's second double of the ball game. He drives in another run. 0-2. And Ray lines it down to first. That will do it.
It's the second day in a row I've done that. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into another episode of Sports Day. My name is Brant Daughtry. I'm the host of this program, and I've forgotten once again to turn on my microphone in the proper way. But we figured it out. We're here today. Landon Winkler is over in the corner. He's running the video feed and the cameras. Sports Day is presented by Barton Community College, offering exceptional and affordable learning opportunities, supporting student, community, and employee needs. Sounds of the past 24 hours. Man, spring training is done. Spring training is over with. No more to talk about spring training-wise. The preseason in baseball is over. Teams have a travel day today. They will reach their destinations. And the Yankees and Red Sox kick things off tomorrow night in the MLB regular season. Opening day just around the corner. Royals fans, Royals lost to the Rangers. They didn't have a fantastic spring training. But overall, I don't think anybody really cares what your final record is in spring training as long as the regular season gets here and everybody is healthy. That is the case for the most part for the Royals. They will take on the Atlanta Braves on Friday. That is not the case for the Atlanta Braves. They are very, very wounded up right now, and hopefully just have enough of a pitching staff to cobble things together. Lineup should be pretty good in theory, but still something they got to worry about. But it is about that time. We are ready for regular season Major League Baseball. I am as excited as anyone could possibly be. I love baseball. I love watching baseball. And as much as I love sports in general, every time I say this, I'm shortchanging other sports. I do love other sports, but there is something special about baseball to me, even though baseball's not even my favorite sport. But there is something so special, especially Major League Baseball's opening day. I feel like everybody just is on cloud nine for that particular event, and I'm very excited about it. Sports Day is brought to you in part by the Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street in Great Bend. Also by Sutherland's, helping you build it better since 1917. For quality lumber, plywood, and OSB to cabinets, plumbing, hardware, and power tools, they have everything you need to get the job done. Visit Sutherland's on 10th Street. Lastly, brought to you in part by the Barton Cougar Booster Club, continuing their efforts to make the Barton Community College athletics programs the very best in the country. Fun show for you today. We'll have on Mike Perry, along with the Barton Community College women's bowling team. National champions for the first time in program history. Spoke with Coach Perry during the Region 6 tournament semifinal day. We had him on the show while we were live remote, but we didn't have the team on, so got him in here in the studio. You can see him. You can also see the team, as the entire team is going to be in the studio with us as well. Later in the show, we're joined by Michael Stedinger, head coach of Great Bend High School baseball. Tough loss last night in their season opener to Garden City, but still he's very optimistic, and we'll let him tell you all about it when we get to that portion of the show. But after this first break, Mike Perry and Barton Women's Bowling. You're listening to Sports Day here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Get active with Rec Sports. Youth and adult baseball and softball leagues are now forming. Don't miss out on the summer baseball and softball leagues for all ages and abilities. Sign up today. Online registration is available at greatbendrec.com. Deadline April 12th.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the Rec.
C&E Doors, this is Cindy.
Do you have any residential doors?
Yes, we do. We just got a full shipment of standard residential doors in.
Papa said we have a load.
Hadley, you can't say that.
Papa does.
Boy, am I in trouble now.
I'll take care of both of you later.
We know how hard residential doors are to find right now, so hurry while supplies last.
Way to change the subject, Dad. You're not off the hook yet.
Hey, announcer, help me out of this.
C&E Doors, Great Bend, and Hayes.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Barton Community College, in partnership with Golden Key Group, proudly offers the nation's first associate degree in federal human resources. This online program prepares anyone for remote federal HR careers across the government. Service members and military spouses can use My CAA or GI Bill benefits to take the next step toward a flexible, rewarding career from wherever you are. Learn more at federalhr.bartonccc.edu.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry here with you. We're now joined by members of the Barton Community College women's bowling team. Guys, first of all, let me turn all your microphones on properly. All right, there we go. I introed the show with my microphone off, and I didn't realize until I had already gotten into it a little bit, and that's just how this thing goes sometimes. But all right, so your mics are hot. We've got head coach Mike Perry along with Alexis Weirman, Tay Level, Tori Martinez, and Ann and Rose Timmermeyer. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today, and congratulations as well.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, you're coming in, and you won this thing on the 5th, I believe. So you've been able to sit with it for a couple of weeks. We'll go from left to right here. Has it kind of sunk in yet? Does it have that feeling? What's the general feeling for having won a freaking national title?
I think it just kind of feels normal for me. Like, I don't really feel any different.
All right, this is the boring answer. Tay, what you got?
For me, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm still on, like, autopilot. Like, it's hit me, but it still hasn't set in yet, you know?
Fair.
For me, it kind of just feels like we have a lot to prove next year also. And so a lot of us returning freshmen are, eager to get back at it.
Yeah. I guess it hasn't really set in, but I guess it felt like just a regular tournament. It doesn't really set in that as nationals, like what we were building up the entire season for. But, a lot the campus and all the teachers and the staff, they've definitely helped set it in, I guess, because I just walk around and they're like, "Oh, congratulations. Like, that's so cool." I'm like, "Yeah, we did that. We won nationals." But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think right off the bat it did not set in, but I think once we get the rings and I'll see it in person, there's no way we are. Oh man, yeah. But yeah, it has not set in.
There's kind of this almost a parade of acknowledgments, right? I mean, I saw you guys get honored at the basketball game a couple of weeks ago as well, and just the fact that you guys were able to pull this off. First, look, Barton's got a lot of national championships to it, but this is the first time that women's bowling has been able to bring home a title, and it's number 61, number 62 was one on the same day, but you guys were were the first.
We got 3 hours to enjoy it, but we did enjoy it.
Oh, heck, I'd still be enjoying it, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, but I'm sure that you guys have kind of risen to a level of celebrity on campus, and that's got to be a really cool feeling for you guys. And so, let's go right to left this time. I want to hear from each of you about this, and yeah, you get a little bit of a break over there.
Oh man, we're going right to left.
Wait, well, you've got 5 girls in here, Coach, and that's awesome.
Yes.
I love having a full studio.
Yes,
but
we got one missing. Ellie, she couldn't be here today, but yeah, these girls are awesome. And one thing I would like to point out is I don't know the statistics on this 100% on all the Barton national championships, but I do know number 61 is all Kansas kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is impressive in itself. And like the story of when I got to go recruit every one of them and I brought them on campus, I walked them into the gym and we looked at all of the track national championships hanging in there and the volleyball and the one basketball. And I said, I want to put a bowling one up here. I told every one of them that, and I don't know if they believe me or not, but I said, we're going to do it. In the next couple of years, we're going to do it. And, man, things came together, and boom, there we are.
So you guys spent a lot of time this year competing against 4-year schools, and not just 4-year schools, but like some of the best bowling teams in the country that are also at 4-year schools. And so how did bowling against the Wichita States of the world kind of prepare you to make this kind of run?
I think like mid-states in Wichita, going up against those schools, it gave us a really like perspective of how we rank in them, and we rose to the occasion for most of the time, especially in Oklahoma when we went up against LA Tech. Like that was a little shaky, but we popped off to say the least. Especially Ann, like beating most of them except 2 girls. They're right there in our grasp. Like they're not that far from us. So yeah.
I guess for most of it, like going up against these 4 years and these big colleges and universities, and we don't do too bad. We do pretty well. It sets in like this is possible. Like we can do it. And we've done it before. Mid-states, we beat all of the other JUCO schools. And so after that, we knew it was possible. And so we were just working towards that. So, yeah.
I think it was when we were at Mid-States and we had gotten placed on a pair with Wichita. So we were bowling right next to them. And it was really funny to, like, just watch and just be there because they had a girl sitting, but we still took that as a win. We beat them that game. And I think that was the first moment I noticed that, like, our team was finally getting stuff together. Like, we definitely figured things out throughout the tournaments and everything. And bowling against, like, schools like Tulane and LA Tech, we had to really get fired up to come against them and rise to the occasion.
Yeah, like Tori said, WSU and Tulane, those are really the schools for us that we wanted to be in. We ended up beating WSU. I ended up beating Tulane. So it was just like that. Those little victories is what helped us get that big victory at nationals. And I think if we hadn't, we wouldn't have the motivation that we had at nationals.
I think it put in perspective for me that like we're only a 2-year, but we still can't compete in 4-year because even though we're in a JUCO doesn't mean we're not as good as the 4-year colleges, and we can compete against them. And we showed up and we did compete against them.
Yeah, and what I told them from the very beginning is we're 17, 18, 19, and we're going against 21, 22, 23-year-old people, young adults that have been through it, and they stepped up and rose to the occasion. And I know they all have rivals in high school, and you like to beat your rivals. But we don't really have rivals until we go to the national tournament, which would be Iowa Central, Iowa Western, those schools. And I told them, you have to find that fire, and we have to be able to turn that switch on when we go to nationals. And they came out of the gate hot, and they took it from there.
When I spoke to Coach in the show I did up at Barton, he talked about how much you guys support each other. First of all, how much you all like each other for one thing, but you're also all he called it you're like sisters almost. And so now that I've forced each of you to give me at least 2 answers, we can go popcorn here. But talk about your teammates and what it meant to have the girls behind you whenever you were going.
Okay. There was a tournament we had, and for me personally, it was a very bad tournament. Like, I just didn't have a good weekend. And on our way back to campus, Perry sits us down in the van, and he's like, "You girls need to start acting like sisters. Like I'm tired of hearing this and that, and he's like, if you go to Walmart, invite each other to go with you." And I don't know what it was, but coming back from Christmas, or even like going into Christmas break and everything, we had finally like figured out our chemistry. And I mean, I do everything with these 4 girls in this room, and we're always together. Like on campus, we're always together. and yeah, it's genuinely just like the chemistry on our team. I couldn't have been as good of a bowler as I was if it weren't for the support of each and every one of them. Like at nationals, Tay she led me through every ball I threw. Like I turned around and I looked to her for like, was that a good ball? And I'd strike and I'd still look to her and I'm like, was I fast with my feet? She's like, that was so good. She was happier to see me strike than I was.
That's interesting to hear, just because this is such an individual game.
Yeah.
It is you out there by yourself, and your teammates can watch, they can support, but you've got to go and do it. But I talked about it with Coach as well earlier. It's such a mental thing, and to have the people behind you and kind of supporting that mental side of things, it goes obviously such a long way.
Yeah.
What's our rule? How long can we celebrate a good shot?
3 seconds.
No.
Oh, 3.
10.
10.
What is
10?
I give myself 3.
I like 3 seconds more. That's quicker.
Exactly.
How long can we pout about a bad shot?
10
seconds. Because you can't do anything about a great shot.
Yeah.
You can't do anything about a bad shot except make another bad shot. So from day one, that was what we did. If you do something great, celebrate it, remember it. And if you do something bad, you got 10 seconds to be hard on yourself, because it is you, like you just said. But then you got to turn it around, because one bad shot will turn into 2, and 1 girl goes down, 2 girls go down, 3 girls go down, we're done.
Yeah.
And so I just told them you can't do that. I mean, we're all human. We're going to make mistakes, but let's don't have 1 turn into 2 and 3. And they bought into that, and that's just how we rolled all year long.
Tell me about a moment, and again, we'll just whoever wants that can take the question. Someone tell me about a moment that sticks out during the season as kind of a this is when the switch flipped for you.
In Texas, in a tournament in Texas, I had bowled a 288 game, and I think that's when I really realized, like, I know my potential, and now I have the chance to show that. And when we went up to nationals, we were bowling in the morning. We bowled our doubles, and I was sucking. But then we went to singles, and that's my jam. I found it, and 200 games back to back.
That's awesome. But anybody else? I love stories like that.
I mean, as a coach, I can tell you that it was the last tournament of the fall. We went back to Fort Worth, Texas, and that's where Tay bowled great. But that's where everybody, you could see everybody had bought in and everybody stepped up, and we finished really strong going into the break, and then we came out and we went to Plano, and we bowled really well. And we got trophies, I believe, in both of those tournaments, a second and a third.
We got third,
right?
and then Plano.
And then we went to OKC, and you could see the confidence growing. And the great thing was it was one time Tay, one time Ann, one time Ellie, one time Alexis, one time Rose, and Tori's always been our our number one sub. I mean, unfortunately she had that position, but she's the one I told you when we were at Nationals. She bowled in the morning, practice, and didn't bowl all day. And I could see Alexis was running out of gas, and I think everybody else knew it, and they were waiting for a change. But I just was letting Alexis, my captain, go as long as I could. And I asked Tori, I go, "Are you ready?" And she looked at me and she goes, "Coach, I've been ready all day." And so I'm like, "Then get in there for Alexis." And she went right in, and I told you, she marked 8 out of 10 times. And you could just see our energy level was kind of going down. And as soon as she went in, we got that new lit fire. And I knew from that point on we were winning that thing. And I didn't tell them that, but I knew in my gut, Iowa Central's done. We're taking this. So, and it's a tribute to somebody that can stand there that long and do it. Come in and compete, cold. And then Ann, who is our anchor bowler, I mean, she's got to sit there and she knows every game she's got to get a couple of marks in the 10th frame, and she did. And Rose sets her up. She's the 4-hole. She's like, "I'm setting my sister up. She's my sister. She can do anything." That's what she said all year long. But then they all started saying they were sisters and they could do anything, and it didn't matter. I mean, and Ellie. She wanted a 200 for 2 years and couldn't get one, and got 5 of them at the national tournament. Yeah. So you know what I mean? It was just everything just came together, the perfect storm, and boom, there we are, right?
Bang.
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 Yeah. Hey, I would like one thing that for one last time, but they all say something different. you know it's going to be good radio.
Into the mic. Let's go.
Yeah. I want them to say what they say when they get a strike shot. Each one of them has their own way.
Harry, do you want us to say our part and then we say
you say what you would normally say, and then the team will say the second part, okay?
Hold on. I'm not going to get in trouble for this, am I?
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think so. Needed to be sure.
All right, Alexis, start us off.
I'm in there.
Like swimwear.
All right, come on, Tay.
Tick, tick, boom.
That's the way,
She
likes it, What do you guys say?
She likes it.
Let's go, Ann.
Steady on the lane.
She's getting strikes over here.
Save your tears for your pillow.
Because that strike was killer. Oh, I can't believe you made us do that, bro. Oh,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes. And what do we say when we get spares?
Roll
Cougs.
There you go.
She's a spare cougar.
Spare cougar, that's right.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. You gotta have fun with this game.
Yeah. First of all, great radio. Coach, thanks for that. Secondly, I come from a football, baseball family, typically. The big, I know the big sports more than anything, competitive bowling. When did each of you kind of realize, okay, this is my game. I'm going to go and attack this?
Well, I've always kind of bowled, but not really like competitively. My mom started when she was young. And so when we moved here to Kansas, my dad kind of got into it. And then once I got to like 7th grade, he kind of put us into it. And then it just kind of, over time, it made me realize like I can actually like do this and like I'm good at it. So I think it was around like 9th grade when I got into high school, and I was on varsity my freshman year, and I was on varsity the whole year, or like all 4 years. And that kind of put in perspective for me, like, wow, like this is really the sport I'm gonna do. Like this is my time and stuff.
So for me, my whole family bowls. My grandpa works at a bowling alley. So pretty much ever since I could walk, I was like bowling, basketball, something with a ball. And I did basketball for a little bit, had knee problems, so I let go of basketball, came to bowling, still got knee problems, but bowling's definitely my sport.
I started bowling my freshman year of high school, and I was like bottom of the barrel JV. Like we were swapping out, and I was the kid who sat most of the time. And then sophomore year came around, and we had a bunch of seniors leave, and so I bumped up to varsity. And that year I went to state alone, but without like that team, I don't think I would have kept bowling. I probably would have been done after that. And then Perry hit me up at the beginning of senior year and was like, I was like, whoa, someone actually wants me. And so I was like, I mean, why not? And that's how I'm here, really.
I guess for me, I started for us. We started at the same time. It was sophomore year. Our friend was like, hey, I'm going to try it for bowling. You should come with me because I don't want to do it alone. And we were like, okay, sure, why not? So we bowled sophomore year. We were JV. Rose, you were an alternate. So first, she was a varsity alternate. But I was straight JV. Not good at all. But junior year is when it picked up. I bought my own, I bought a bowling ball. And I realized that I actually could do it was when I got 8th at state. And the team got 5th, but I was the highest placement, and I was like I can do this. And then my senior year, we had a really good season, and then I got 4th at state individually, and we won as a team. So we were state champions. And then Perry, he hit us up, I guess. And I was like, it never even crossed my mind going to college for bowling, but it's been a blessing, and I don't know what I would do without it. So, yeah,
pretty much it.
So that's the story. So you're all freshmen, right?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. Okay, we got one sophomore.
And Ellie that's not here is a sophomore.
Okay.
So we have 4 that are going to return.
All right, so four returners in a group of 6 guys. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for coming in today. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. That's head coach Mike Perry, along with Alexis Wehrman, Tay Level, Tori Martinez. I couldn't read my own handwriting. I'm sorry. Tori Martinez and Ann and Rose Timmermeyer joining us here on Sports Day. Girls, again, congratulations. A national championship, number 61 for Barton and the women's bowling program. We're back with more right after this on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Hey, Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Central and Western Kansas residents, are you looking for a new vehicle? Marmy Auto Group can make it happen. Marmy Auto Group includes Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevrolet, and GMC. Marmy Auto Group, your Central and Western Kansas dealer, has new and pre-owned vehicles, or we can special order your vehicle today. If your existing vehicle needs serviced, Marmy's award-winning service department can help. Come to Marmy Auto Group on 10th or marmys.net. Marmys, make it happen.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Barton Community College, in partnership with Golden Key Group, proudly offers the nation's first associate degree in federal human resources. This online program prepares anyone for remote federal HR careers across the government. Service members and military spouses can use MyCAA or GI Bill benefits to take the next step toward a flexible, rewarding career from wherever you are. Learn more at federalhr.bartonccc.edu.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320. Get active with Rec Sports. Youth and adult baseball and softball leagues are now forming. Don't miss out on the summer baseball and softball leagues for all ages and abilities. Sign up today. Online registration is available at grapeinrec.com. Deadline, April 12th.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the Rec.
Welcome back into Sports Day. A big thank you to head coach Mike Perry along with the Barton women's bowling program. Those girls were a lot of fun to talk to. I don't know if it came across like if you didn't see that, if you didn't watch it on our video feed, which again you can do, you can go to greatbendpost.com, click on the sports tab, Wednesday on Sports Day, click there. The video feed will be linked. You can also go to our YouTube page, Eagle Media Great Bend. If you didn't watch that as well as listen, you should. Watching them all interact with each other. And you heard Coach Perry talk about it. And you heard me talking about it with Coach Perry at some point during that interview. Those girls are like, they're really close. And to watch them interact while someone else is giving an answer, they're also talking about things with each other, kind of off the microphone. And it's, again, I love watching that. I love watching the camaraderie of it. It is a whole lot of fun. Also, they were nice enough to bring me this. And this is another thing that you can see instead of just hearing me talk. It's another quarter zip. This is my fifth Barton quarter zip. It's the first one that has an official team logo on it, though. And it's got the Cougar, and different sports have the Cougar holding different things. This is the Cougar holding a bowling ball. And it's a really nice quarter zip that I'm definitely going to be wearing whenever it's colder than 60 degrees outside. And I really think that was very cool. Coach Perry texted me before the interview, and he said, "Hey, what size shirt do you wear?" XL. All right, cool. And it just sent me the thumbs up or something like that, and I was wondering what that's going to be. And it's this. It's a really, really nice quarter zip that I'm very appreciative of. And again, congratulations to them. Winning national titles is hard, and that group pulled it off, man. With 4 of the 6 on the team being freshmen, that is impressive. That is really impressive stuff. So congratulations to them. Sports Day is brought to you by Kern Floor Service, whether you need a new ceramic, porcelain, or natural stone floors. They're knowledgeable and friendly flooring experts. Are here to help you find the perfect floor for your home decor and budget. Visit the Great Bend Showroom at 908 Coolidge to see, touch, and feel the latest styles. Also brought to you by Cody Crook of Red Cedar Land Company. Whether you're looking to sell your land or find the right property to buy, Cody takes pride in understanding your goals and making the process as smooth as possible. Call Cody at 620-617-7320 or visit redcedarland.com. All right, what we're going to do now is I was joined earlier by Michael Stedinger, the head coach of Great Bend Baseball. We'll play that interview for you. I believe you'll also be able to watch this one. I got Landon to record it. And what we're going to do now, I'm trying to remember how I set this up. Here it is. We're just going to go straight into it. Going to play this interview for you, and I hope you all enjoy. Here's head coach Michael Stedinger of Great Bend High School Baseball. Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry here with you, joined now by Michael Stedinger, head coach of Great Bend Baseball. Coach, thanks for taking the time. Tell us about what happened in Garden last night.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us back. Not exactly the way that we wanted to start off the season as far as win-loss record goes.
Sure.
Ended up dropping the game last night, 3-2. Our JV did play very well before us, and they pulled out an 11-4 on the victory for that, and got a lot of guys in on that one. So, a lot of good things happening there. As far as varsity goes, though, really what it came down to last night was we just weren't able to get hits when we had runners in scoring position. We left a lot of guys stranded on the bases offensively last night.
Following this game, I follow you on Game Changer, and I read articles, was not able to see it in person, but looking at the way this game kind of played out, it feels like it was the timeliness of the hits. The hits were coming, just not when you desperately needed them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you look at it, we out-hit them last night. I think we had 5 hits to their 3. And really what got us, we had a couple defensive plays that they were able to capitalize on, but we had runners on base almost every inning. Had a lot of guys that were able to get on via hit by pitch and a couple walks, and so we had guys on. It just was a matter of getting those hits to fall in the gap, when we really needed them to.
I saw last night, last time you were in here, talked a little bit about Rafael Chavez. I know that he was on the hill for this game and seemed to pitch pretty well.
He did, yeah. We started the game with Cohen Raborti. Cohen went about an inning for us. And, of course, going into this at the beginning of the season, none of our guys are ready to go more than about 60 pitches right now. That's just part of the way that That arm progression always works. But, yeah, we brought Rafa in last night, and he was dominant on the mound. I mean, he did a great job attacking the strike zone. His fastball was in the zone all night, but then really got his slider going, and he looked really good. And then we finished it up, brought in Daxton Minton after that, and Daxton was on his game last night, that's for sure. We just needed to get that run, that go-ahead run, really, because Daxton was locking it down for us after Rafael.
It feels like even though you touched on, and not the way you wanted to get it started win-loss record-wise, it felt like, Coach, that you had a good fight. Like the guys were going at it. There was competition. It was the kind of mentality that you needed.
We did. And, I talked to the guys after the game. We had 5 freshmen that made their varsity debut last night. We had another sophomore in Jaden Prilling that hasn't played any varsity, makes his varsity debut last night. Cato Richter and Rafael Chavez, 2 juniors for us that had no varsity time before this. And I told them to be in that kind of game for their first varsity game. The moment didn't look too big for anybody. It was just one of those situations of, the ball just not falling where we needed it to fall. And so I think when you're starting out and you look at the game as a whole, to go into it without Trent Kern yesterday, who was sick for us, first time, without Ian Premer and the seniors that we had last year, and we throw all of these inexperienced guys in there for them to be in that sort of a game, and we had opportunities to win that game. It's a great start for us, and I think, and I told you this last time, and I told the guys this also, it's not about where we start with a group like this. I've been through this before where we're young. It's all about where we finish, and these games are only going to make us better.
I like the forward thinking, I guess, of, what do you say, five freshmen that are a part of the varsity squad this year. I mean, that group's going to be really something special over in 4 years especially, but I mean, in potentially next year, 2 years from now. This is going to be a group that has a ton of varsity experience that reminds you, I think, of this class that graduated last year.
For sure. And we knew that going in, and there's even some freshmen that may not see varsity time this year that are going to play a big role, I would say, in the future. I mean, it's a deep class. We're really excited about where they're at. And the guys that are playing now, when it comes down to is what positions do you need? And for some of those guys, it's just kind of where they slate in. We're looking at a kid like Gavin Wandra. Gavin can play almost every position on the field for us. So he's a hard kid to keep out of the lineup because no matter what pitching change you make or substitutions, he's a kid that can fill so many positions, and he really played well last night. So, yeah, definitely looking down the road, this is one of those deals that we're saying, hey, in 2 more years, we should be really good, really experienced, and on the opposite end of where we're at right now.
Tell us about some of the names that Great Bend fans are familiar with. You touched on Daxton Minton, go a little bit deeper into him, but the Cohen Rabortis, the Trent Kerns, guys like that, how did they do last night?
Like I said, unfortunately, Trent Kern yesterday had 102 degree temperature and wasn't able to play.
Oh,
yeah, so, that's another one. You look at Trent Kern's going to hit 3-hole for us. He's going to play third base every game. You take another senior out of the lineup who hit 400 last year. That's a big hole to fill, and so we're looking forward to Trent getting back in there on Friday and getting healthy. Cohen probably didn't have his best game. I'm sure that wasn't the way that he wanted to start his senior season last night. Had some good at-bats as far as battling at the plate. The result wasn't what he wanted. And then, obviously, for that being his first time out on the mound, I will say we had a pretty tight zone last night, and so that makes it tough, but it's one of those things, like I tell the guys also, you've got to find a way to overcome that. That's what good baseball players do. So, as far as those two go, I would say those are the 2 returners that everybody's probably most familiar with. Jackson Wandra was another kid, had a good game last night. Jackson hit a big double for us. And then, another kid that everybody's not necessarily familiar with baseball-wise, but football, was Cale Kern. And Cale started for us at first base last night, and for a kid who hasn't played baseball for 3 years, really had a pretty nice game. Had a couple good at-bats, got hit by a pitch, ended up with a single right back off the pitcher. So he did some good things for us, and we're looking for that success to continue throughout the year and, just him to get more comfortable as he gets back into it.
Absolutely. And I was talking earlier today with Brent Biggs of Barton Baseball, and we were talking about pitching and the way pitching has kind of changed over the last, I'd say, 10 to 15 years. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in high school especially, it all goes back to, do you just have enough guys that can throw strikes? Can you just put it in the strike zone? And even if solid contact gets made, that's okay. But because more often than not, things are going to go your way as long as you just don't walk guys. And I feel like, Coach, your team is kind of built the staff up to be that way. 3 runs in a high school game is not a ton.
Correct.
That is not a lot of runs to give up. But I feel like your offense is something that you do expect to get better. But the fact that you had the pitching performance that you had last night, only giving up 3 runs to a team that you said could compete with you guys for the WAC title, that's a pretty good first showing, I think.
For sure. And I think you're spot on. That's our mentality. If you're going to go out there and you're going to try to pitch for strikeouts in today's day and age with pitch counts and everything like that, you're not going to last very long. We're going to slow the game down, and it's definitely not going to go the way that we want. So we are constantly telling our guys, and we're fortunate also, even to back up a little bit, we've got a couple guys, Daxton Minton, Rafael Chavez, and Jackson Wandra. They're all mid-80s guys, so they've got some velocity to work with, and we're constantly on those guys about attack the zone. And let's make the hitters put the ball in play, trying to get routine outs. And defensively, we had a couple miscues last night, which, again, we've got guys playing some new positions that they haven't played in the past. So that's something that we knew we were going to deal with. And on the offensive side of things, anytime you've got a young team like we've got, the hitting is always the thing that seems like it needs the most work to catch up. And we'll keep working at that. But, you're exactly right. I was extremely happy with the way that we pitched last night, and as long as we can keep the ball in the zone, because we're not an extremely deep pitching staff at the moment, so we really have to focus on throwing those strikes. But yeah, you're 100% spot on, and that's the philosophy that we have with all of our pitchers. Like, let's get in there, let's get action, let's see if we can get out of the inning with 13 or less pitches, and that means that we're pounding the zone and we've got balls put in play, because that keeps everybody. We want our defense to stay on their toes, and when we're walking and hitting guys, there's no defense for that, and nobody's making any plays.
Playing center field is boring when you have a strikeout pitcher on the hill, and you're kind of a glorified fan at that point when you have a guy who's just going for strikeouts the whole time. But I'm with you. I love watching. I said this to Coach Biggs earlier today. I am such a big fan of pitching to contact. I feel like that's such a good way to, like you said, keep the defense involved, keep your pitch count down, and just I feel like it's so much more effective and efficient when you can pitch contact. I grew up in Georgia. I'm a Braves fan. I go back to the days of Greg Maddux and what he was able to do. And that's kind of the style of pitching that I like. And I like we said earlier, I feel like it's with the radar gun being as important as it is in today's baseball. I feel like we're kind of getting away from it.
I would agree 100% with that. And we're at a point where it's almost like if you're going to get recruited or you're going to get drafted, you got to be a 95-plus guy.
Yeah.
And that's not the way that any of us grew up. I'm going to take a guy that's throwing 86 and pounding the zone all day long and getting soft contact over a guy that's throwing 95, but, every count is 3 and 2, and we're running our pitch count up. And then when the ball is put in play, our defense hasn't, they haven't made any plays because we've walked the world or running pitch counts up. So, 100% with you on that.
Are you a thrower or a pitcher? Yeah, that's what
exactly.
I go back. My dad was a high school pitching coach for forever, and that was one of his favorite sayings. Are you a thrower or are you a pitcher? And,
for sure.
And he preferred pitchers as well, which is obviously where I get mine from. Now, if you can throw 95, I'm not going to tell you to dial it back to 90 either, but I feel like there's a happy medium that, especially for the amateur ranks, that needs to be found.
It is, and we're constantly battling pitch counts also in high school.
Yeah.
And not everybody, once you get to the college level, obviously you don't have to worry about the pitch counts, and they're just expected to manage arms at that point and make the best decision. But for us, that's something that we always have to be aware of. And so I tell our guys, if you want to pitch more often, you want to stay in the game longer, we have to be aware of that pitch count. And that means that we have to be in the zone, and we have to be willing to pitch to contact.
So got Hutchinson on Friday, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about Hutch.
So, Hutch, as a team, we don't know a ton about, other than I think they're going to be similar to us as far as I think their pitching staff's going to be pretty decent. Doesn't seem like they've had a ton of offensive production so far, and they'll have a few younger guys like us. But again, what we're really looking for out of that game is we're going to roll some of the same pitchers out there. We kept everybody's pitch count down. We've got everybody available for us on Friday, and what we're really looking for is, can we flip the switch on that offensive script? Can we get guys again on the bags and get us in a situation where even if we're not hitting, can we start playing some small ball to move some runners around and try to manufacture some runs. So we're really looking for some offensive production this week.
Coach, thanks for the time and good luck.
Thank you.
That's head coach Michael Stedinger of Great Bend Baseball joining us here on Sports Day.
Hey, Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Cini Doors, this is Cindy.
Do you have any residential doors?
Yes, we do. We just got a full shipment of standard residential doors in.
Papa said we have a load.
Hadley, you can't say that.
Papa does.
Boy, am I in trouble now.
I'll take care of both of you later.
We know how hard residential doors are to find right now, so hurry while supplies last.
Way to change the subject, Dad. You're not off the hook yet.
Hey, announcer, help me out of this.
C&E Doors, Great Bend, and Hayes.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of Your Local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Kansas for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Marmy Auto Group makes it happen. Central and Western Kansas. Check out our selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Marmy's friendly staff offers top quality service that you've gotten to know over the years. When your existing vehicle needs parts or service, our experienced team will get you back in the game this season. Marmy Chevrolet, GMC, Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, parts, service, and body shop. Visit Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street or marmys.net. Marmys make it happen.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor. And don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
Major League Baseball on ESPN Radio. It's opening weekend in Toronto.
Gone! Guerrero pumps his fist, yells into the dugout.
The defending American League champion Blue Jays welcome the A's.
It is into row
number 2. Brent Rooker goes yard.
The A's at the Blue Jays.
Major League Baseball season kicks off Thursday as we bring you the Athletics and Blue Jays coverage at 7 on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Yeah, folks, it's baseball season again. A's, Blue Jays tomorrow night. Right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. We've also got NBA basketball for you tonight. The Hawks playing, who are the Hawks playing? The Pistons, the Detroit Pistons. So Hawks and Pistons on air tonight, right here on 1590 KVGB, 95.5 FM. Coverage starts at 5:30, courtesy of ESPN Radio. We've got Major League Baseball for you tomorrow. We've got the Royals for you on Friday. Hey, you know what? Royals regular season, all 162, right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. We'll tell you all about it as they get closer. I said it before. I'm super excited for baseball season, for softball as well here locally. It's going to shape up, I think, to be a really, really great year. And I'm excited to see how the Royals do. I'm very interested in what the Royals are going to do this year. Look, Bobby Witt Jr. is in his, I think, third or fourth year now, and he's cemented himself as one of the best players in baseball. You've got Vinny Pasquantino at first. Salvador Perez, how much longer does he have? He's still very effective, even as he gets a little bit older. You've got a pitching staff that, if it stays healthy, is going to be fantastic. I think that the Royals have a chance to be really good, and they're bringing in the outfield walls this year, so maybe you'll get to see a little more firepower. I think of guys like Vinny Pasquantino that may benefit from that. Michael Garcia is another big-time name, MVP of the World Baseball Classic for Venezuela. It's going to be a whole lot of fun this upcoming baseball season. Sports Day is brought to you in part by Equity Bank. There and you need them. Bank local, save big with in-person banking and business banking. Visit equitybank.com for more information. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoisington, and Larned. Also by C&E Doors, your full-service garage door company. Follow the orange sign south of 10th and Harrison. Also by the Great Bend Rec, providing quality leisure, cultural, sports, fitness, and educational programs to improve the quality of the community and the individual lives of their community members. Lastly, in part by Freedom Claims Management. Let the experienced and dedicated staff at Freedom Claims Management, Inc. customize a health insurance plan that fits your business's needs. So we've got baseball all weekend for you, both the Royals and whatever game is being broadcast on ESPN that day. I know we're going to start it out with the A's and the Blue Jays on Saturday. Or Sunday. I can't remember. What is that? That is Saturday that we're doing that. No, check that. I can't read the schedule. We're doing that one tomorrow. That's tomorrow. That's a Thursday night game between the A's and the Blue Jays. So definitely looking forward to that one. And you know, just baseball. Baseball's here. Turn on the radio, find a baseball game. That's likely going to be what you can do for a lot of Major League Baseball season. Here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. If you pay attention to the promos, we'll tell you when they are and who's playing and what time the start is. So that'll be a whole lot of fun. Speaking of batted ball sports, Barton softball is playing right now. They are hosting Colby this afternoon in a doubleheader. I am headed that way pretty much as soon as I get done with the show and a couple of other things. I'm going to head out to Colby, or I'm going to head out to Barton and watch Barton play Colby in softball. On tomorrow's show, well, actually, let me preface this. We are about to start up our coverage of Barton baseball and softball. We'll have baseball this weekend as they play Colby, and really looking forward to that. And in conjunction with Barton baseball, we will have Brent Biggs on tomorrow's program, head coach of Barton baseball. First time he's joining us this year. Coach Biggs and I had a really good conversation, and we'll let you hear that tomorrow. He'll tell you all you need to know about the Colby Trojans, and then I will have the Saturday matchup. For those who don't know, baseball in the Jayhawk West, because they divided into East and West for baseball. Baseball in Jayhawk West, you play 2 games at one location, 2 games at the other. So you play a 4-game series against every team. They will kick off that Colby series tomorrow in Colby. They'll play the weekend series, or they'll play the weekend doubleheader here on Saturday. So looking forward to that. That'll be my first time calling Barton baseball, and I've been to one of their games before. Have not called one yet. And I'm going to head out to softball today to watch their matchup against Colby. Currently in game 1, it's the top of the second, 0-0. Colby has a runner on first and 1 out, so hopefully, I believe it's Peyton McCormick who's pitching today. With any luck, she'll be able to get out of this particular jam. Still not anything too crazy yet. But big thanks to Michael Stedinger, head coach of Great Bend High School Baseball, for joining me on today's program. Also, a big thanks to the Barton Women's Bowling Program, head coach Mike Perry, along with Alexis Wehrman, Tay Level, Tori Martinez, Ann Timmermeyer, and Rose Timmermeyer, the twins, for coming on today's program as well. You can go back and watch this show if you want to. Eagle Media Great Bend on YouTube. Also go to greatbendpost.com. Click on the sports tab, scroll down, and you'll find Wednesday on Sports Day in parentheses. It'll say watch. Click on that. You can watch. Big thanks to Landon Winkler over in the corner for running the video feed and the cameras as well. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Same time, same place, 12:30 right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. This has been Sports Day.